Okay, so whoever's writing this episode is better at titles than whoever did the last one. So Come On sort of brings everything together from the last few episodes. Sandy is moving on, but he still wants to have a date with Robin on this company camping trip. Whatever. So, yeah. And Marshall and Lily have this huge long fight, and they announce that we get informed that they have this thing called pause, where they pause the fight and go and do other things. Which might be something that long-term couples have, which is apparently why their fights can sometimes last days or something. That's interesting. That's a little interesting function. I don't think it's a big setup for one joke where Lily is crying and so keeps saying pause and then jumps Marshall. So then Ted decides he wants to make it rain, and he's getting taught by the chick that was in the really, really thin chick that out of Angel. I forget what her name is, but yeah. Pretty interesting that. What else? So Ted and Robin finally get together after Ted makes it rain. Yeah, because one weather report one day says it's not going to rain, the next day the weather changes a bit and it does end up raining. Yeah, that's what makes it rain. So yeah, he ends up getting together with Robin, spending the night with her. Comes back, finds Marshall in the pouring rain, holding his engagement ring that he gave Lily in the first episode. And I gotta tell you, that was a pretty. I was like, oh man, I kind of knew it was coming, but man, that image is like heartbreaking. I think that alone is what guaranteed them another season, and yeah, but I think a lot of what happened in this first season, especially, is what kept the show going so long, is because they really built up one hell of a mythos here. Ted is clearly a very, in some respects, is kind of like me, and probably a lot of guys. At some level is a romantic, but at some level is just a typical guy who just wants to get laid sometimes. Barney is definitely the most extreme of the guy image. Is like, he'll do anything to get laid. Marshall is the reasonable husband and reasonable boyfriend and eventual husband that Ted hopes to be, and Lily is kind of the relationship we see is kind of what I always pictured the Ted and the mother's relationship as the one that is kind of like what he sees in Marshall and Lily. And Robin is the strong, independent woman, and who doesn't really want to get married and everything. And so, I know some people are like that, but when I watch a TV show, I like to think everyone kind of finds happiness. And I don't see what, it's not, I don't think that the final episode really gave that to Robin. But anyway, I will say now, I'll get onto the second season as soon as I can. I just want to get these thrown together and up on the computer. I don't know if I'll edit them together today, but oh man, I kind of want to make a start on season 2. I might take a break for a minute while I edit them together, but I don't think I'll upload it. I'll upload a couple and then I'll upload a couple more. Oh god. Yeah. Kind of going back and forth on this. But I kind of like so we've got a couple of good episodes. Probably the 2 I like the best. Let me just run through them really quick before I finish up here. Game Night and the Pineapple Incident are probably the 2 best episodes from this season. The most famous one is probably definitely Game Night, but Pineapple Incident is probably my favourite, and a lot of people's probably like it, but not as much as I do. I think that's probably the best episode of the season. Some other good episodes. Nothing Good Happens After 2 AM is definitely there. Drumroll, please. That one actually surprised me this time around. I do like that one. I like the introduction of Victoria. I don't think enough was done with her in this first season. I think if I had my way, I would have tried to get Victoria up until a lot more episodes. I think they wrote her out too quick, but that happens sometimes. Like sometimes people are meant to come in and then they leave, but man. Yeah, I don't think a sitcom should be written this like this again. I think you're gonna want more people coming in and staying a little bit longer and stuff. So, I think that's what we're going to take from this. Alright, man, I've rabbited on way too long about this. So I'm going to throw these up on the computer and maybe edit them together. But I'm taking a break for a minute. See you in a little while.